Hi, I just want to come on and talk a little bit about Taraji P. Henson's memoir, Around the Way Girl. Um, Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I had it for a while. and I don't know, I just get back to it. Initially, I had it taken it out from the library, and it was time to take it back, or, they start charging you. I think they did start charging me. I took it back late. I think I did. And then I said, you know what? And I didn't finish it. And I had renewed it. Yeah, I had renewed it. I exhausted the amount of times you can renew it. In any event, I took it back to the library and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy it. I was enjoying it. I want to finish it. So I bought it and then shelved it. It was on the bookshelf for a while. Total oversight. Nothing to do with the book. The book is great. I just didn't get around to it. Other things on my literary table to finish, and, other challenges and to-do lists to be fulfilled in life stuff, you know what I mean, to tend to. But however, I just recently finished it, loved it. I'm about to start Angie Martinez's book, Another Earth Sign, and let me get into it. Now, it starts with, first of all, I love the title, Around the Way Girl. I love the song by LL Cool J. Anybody from the hood, girls, we love that. I'm from his hood. He's a little older than I am, so, and he lived there before I did. I came from Harlem. So, yeah, I am from St. Albans, yeah, by way of Harlem. And we knew Simone, and we were so happy he married her. We were so happy when he got with her. Uh, Simone, I was friends with Tawana and Nikki Starsha from across the street. I don't know if you remember my voice. Never mind. I don't know if this video will get to Simone. But in the event, we were elated that he married her and chose her, which is great. To this day, for most of us, LL could do no wrong because he married Simone. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought if she wrote her memoir, that should be the title, Around the Way Girl. You know what I mean? Because he said it and he meant it and he did it. I, she should have just went ahead and trademarked that whole term. Then probably all the hoods would be mad, like, how's she going to trademark Around the Way Girl? It's so many Around the Way girls, so many of us. But I don't know. We just hear it and think of her and think of all of us. You know what I mean? But in the event, Taraji took the title. Brilliant, brilliant, and so apropos. And anywho, the book starts with her growing up in D.C. and her mom, another beautiful. Oh, the pictures are phenomenal. Another beauty, her mom, and I'll just highlight the things that stood out. I didn't take notes. I usually do that, and I don't have the book in front of me. But this is more interesting. It'll be more fun for me to see what stands out. I remember her saying her mom made a really good egg sandwich. I'm a foodie, so that would stand out. I'm so scared of dairy now, dairy and meat. But back then, when I did eat it, my mom made a great fried egg sandwich too. I make a good egg sandwich. I have to take my time. Not one of my best dishes, eggs, but I have to really, really not walk away from the kitchen, and take my time with it. Other than that, I'm just crazy about my eggs. So I make a whole lot of other stuff tasty. I digress. Um, but the robberies, the two robberies her mom went through, that startled me. When Taraji was a little girl, that really, really startled me. Um, I forget if it was the same culprit. I don't think it was, but not too far from the same spot. In the 80s, in the urban area in the Eastern Seaboard, probably America, remembers the crack. The crack. I remember it was that blue pill called the BC before crack, AD after destruction. I thought that was a great analogy. Euphemism. But yeah, that was a rough period. If you lived in any hood in America, that was 80s. Oh, jeez. Taraji, I'm a little bit older than you. You gave me the year you were born too. Yeah, I'm a 70s baby too. I think I'm a taste older than you, a touch. I don't know. I don't look again. But in short, the 80s were my coming of age years too. So I remember how rough it was and just was just dangerous when there were a lot of addicted to crack. People walking around your hood, you know what I mean? You don't want to come out too late at night. You just got to be careful. As careful as you can be, you know what I'm saying? Pardon me. But yeah, that was a very, very polarizing scene in the book, those two scenes, and how she met her baby daddy. That was cool. That was, yeah, I remember. Oh, it's like your first love. We all remember our first love. Hold that special place in your heart, you know. And I enjoyed reading about that. It was heartbroken, you know, when he made the transition to hear about that, or to read about that. You know, it just, oh, I wish they didn't break up. And you know, he hit her. I don't. Should I give spoilers? Um, for someone who didn't read the book. But yeah, I was sort of like rooting for them to get back together, but you know, it didn't happen. It sort of make you wonder. They got back together, and he went to California with her. Maybe, just maybe, you know. But just to go to California, just the way. But that's Virgo. She's a master number 11 Virgo. I'm like, to know what you want to do so young. And she gave her pictures to someone and said, just give these a spike, you know, all sassy. That's that Virgo, Aries, Leo energy in her, just fiery and earthy, you know. I've always adored Taraji from Baby Boy. You just, as soon as she starts smiling across the screen, you just feel a little cheered up. You know what I mean? She does cheer you up. You know, script be damned. Just that smile and those eyes, you feel much better looking at Taraji. And I'm usually not partial to Virgo female. No offense to Virgo females, but no, she's just, I don't. She could be that Virgo if you know her personally. I don't know, but what she gives publicly, I don't get that air. You know how most Virgo women can be very critical, very judgmental, very critical, but yet sensitive. If you were to critique them, it's like crushing. And you're like, wait, what? How? How so when you critique others so much? I know we live in a critical world, but they have a whole nother slightly different edge. And they're here, the key phrase for Virgo is I analyze. So they're definitely here to analyze and see the fine print, you know, and scrutinize it. That's their thing. I digress. It's not an astrology video on Virgos. But I mean, she's endeared to me. I'm endeared to her. How the hell it goes. Even more so because she's a Virgo. I have another friend, Robin. Hi, Robin, if you're hearing this, they got the same birthday. Robin, fly chick from Harlem. But in any event, so back to the book. So she knew what she wanted to do, and she was at it real from young, working on a dinner cruise and, you know, just pursuing her dream. A lot of late bloomers don't have that. I know I'm a late bloomer. I don't have that trait. Um, yeah, very impressive when you know what you want to do early on, and you set about those wheels in motions. You know, to follow your heart and, you know, get on your path and get there. And she took her baby with her to California. And the guy who would be her manager, she auditioned for him. And even he was, you know, surprised, pleasantly surprised, like, your baby's with you, your son is with you. She was like, yeah, you know. And the chick nailed, you know, during that audition. Just you just was there with her during these stages in her life. And she brought up knowing Sanaya. I often wonder, what if these ladies are friends? And sure enough, and I don't tend to look at mainstream TV too tough, including the awards. So when she wrote, when it got to the chapter Squad, the Squad chapter, and she spoke about being the announcer for Gina King winning an award, I had to go on YouTube and look for these different scenes. And a lot of books do that to me. I'll go look up what they're talking about, and you know, if I've seen it already, to see it again from their angle. So I went and looked that up, and I was completely and utterly elated. But I didn't even think that was something to talk about. Taraji, girl, I'm with you. How is that a big deal? But it turns out it was, because she was overjoyed, elated for Regina, and did they call it Squad Goals or some shit? She said they named it. I don't know. It's like I got the flashback from Chris Rock's documentary Good Hair, where the sister in that documentary said, "How is allowing your hair to grow naturally from its scalp revolutionary? How, you know, why are they making that a big deal?" I'm like, you better tell the girl, because, like, you know what I mean. So the same here. How is being a friend, a good friend, and a truly loyal friend who's sincerely happy for your success? Why is that to be? Why is it like a cachet, or mm, that goes to show what kind of world we live in, where goodness is deemed rare. You know. So I was happy to see that in motion. Read it in the book and see it in motion. I love her Mary J. Blige hair. I would figure they would be cool, but I saw the commercial, the Apple commercials. Oh, they're close. That makes sense. They both Earth, and they both 11s. That master number, like Lil Kim is water, and she's an 11. So I knew they would be close early, and it just makes sense. Earth and water has high tolerance for one another. I think Mary's moon is Cancer. If all the birthdays are correct that you see online, you look up the natal chart. Um, so yeah, that connection made sense, total sense as well. Earth and water, yeah, and 11 other master numbers. Anyway, another video for that. But the chapter with her and her son, raising her son, um, wasn't he giving you? If you read the book, did certain scenes? I think when he was rearing up and bucking up, did y'all not get Tyreek teased from Power, the show Power, when men are going, young men are going through that machismo phase, and I know how it is, Taraji. Taraji. Am I pronouncing it right, girl? I'm not clowning. My tongue is thick. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Your name. Let me just say Miss Henson. I know how you feel. That teenage phase. Jeez Louise. Have mercy. But yeah, that chapter touched me. Totally connect and relate. And the payment. How melanated actors and actresses are paid differently. That really bugged me out with Taraji, because I would have thought she proved her salt by now. Paid her dues. I was surprised to hear what she went through to receive her, proper compensation for Benjamin Buttons and all that. I never even seen that movie, but now after reading the book, I want to see it. But then I don't even want to see it if they didn't pay her rightly. I don't know. I vacillate. But I'm like, she didn't get paid rightly. Certain stars you would assume that they're getting paid right after they put the years in, but I know I'm being very naive. I'm forgetting about the complexion for the connection. That shit, the unspoken rule. But and when she was in Virginia, I had no idea. I was supposed to be on the scene for Teddy Riley Zoom Zoom Zoom. And yeah, I was supposed to be there, and my friends didn't want to go. At the last minute, one friend got invited, and then she was trying to secure bringing us, the rest of her friends, and she heard about the fit bodies that were going to be on the beach down now. I was in my 20s back then, and I was plump, pleasingly plump. I'm chubby now. I was plump then. But I wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't fearful. I wouldn't wear a two-piece. It'd be a one-piece with a little Sahan skirt or some shit. But I'm a leisurely lady. I would have got me a little patio chair. I would have had my lemonade spiked. I would have been trying to be fighting to get the camera no how. That camera would have panned and saw my ass chilling on the patio chair. But she didn't even want to go because of all the gorgeous bodies, and she didn't feel like she can compete in that blend. I'm like, why? Well, then why the fuck compete? Let's get our patio chairs and sit the fuck down the beach and chill. I was so mad. And we were the plus ones, a whole bunch of ones in the one. But, I'm like, you're not going to go because they have great bodies and you don't think you do? Who gives a shit? I thought her body was fine. I don't know. But, in reading that passage in the book about Virginia, I'm like, that's how they were acting? The police? And they got the KKK to help them? That was deemed illegal assistance. What the fuck? Now we know behind the scenes what it is, but on the forefront, they was in the white sheets helping assist and shit. Girl, I wish you had expounded there, because I was reading the book like, girl, did they have white sheets on walking around? I'm so glad we didn't make that Virginia trip. Oh, hell to the no. Um, that's it. Hold on, Papa, you back? What did you buy? want bacon? You want flour turkey? Or do you make spaghetti? No, it's better with spaghetti. Yes. But you want to make meatballs, that's still spaghetti. But once you clean it, let me season it. Let me season it. Okay, fine, but just clean it. Did you buy something for salad? Do we have bread? We have breadcrumbs. It's best to add breadcrumbs. That gives it more texture. Oh, heaven, I'm still doing. Forgive me, y'all. Pardon me. Papa came home. I'm gonna cook dinner soon. Um, is it dinner time? Papa, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:31. Maybe I'm cooking too early. You want to eat too late? Never mind, y'all. The book is phenomenal. Absolutely. I like when she spoke about Chanel. You know what? Now we know she's not allowed to talk about no naughty stuff, but I don't know, because this is not about the book. This is for people who think outside the box, critical thinkers. They really trying to not let class be at the forefront, reign supreme. And I love how she brought up Debbie. Girl, I love Debbie Allen too. Felicia Rashad. We had Teresa Graves, Jane Kennedy, a plethora of women with class to look up to. Um, Rosalind Cash. Oh my heavens. Um, Even Isabel Sanford and uh, uh, Helen Willis. What's her actress name? The rock star's mom. Just class, and it seems as if some hidden power, some hidden entity, does not want class at the forefront anymore for mainstream talent. And I'm happy I embraced Taraji. I do. Because she has class. And they allow her to have her class in peace. I'm not sure. I'm not talking about playing cookie or the hustle and flow. I'm talking about her when she steps out. You don't hear nothing crazy about her life. And when she interviews, she's dressed beautifully. I embrace her because she has class. And it seems like class is rare. So thank you, Miss Henson. Great book. Y'all cop it. Good reading. I'm gonna start Angie. I'll do a little video here for Angie Martinez's book, and that's pretty much it. We know it ends on a good note because we know Taraji's career. Everything's on square footing. No, she didn't say anything about Monique. If you can respect that, nothing. I don't think Monique is mentioned. With the whole cookie, whole cookie conspiracy thing. You know what I mean? Lack of a better term right now. I didn't miss anything else. I think that's it. She did mention Idris. No pertinent details. I'm curious if they probably not, because I get the sense that she's aware that a lot of women want him, and even with me in the hood, that dude. You look, you can see what girls see, but if he's that popular, I'm like, no, I'm not, because I could swoon in secret too and be part of the covert cheerleading squad, but I don't know, something just the one that everybody want. I'm like, nah, I want the one that dominant and rough, the hidden gem. But I digress. But I'm still curious. Like Tyrese, girl, you didn't get a kiss. Taraji, you didn't get a kiss. Did you get a little something? He is, ain't he fine, y'all? Ooh. Anyway, what's that, baby? It's sweet. No. I made my rose milk smoothie. It came out good. You put milk in it? I put hemp milk. No, I should have added some cashews to it. Thank you, baby. I was going to toast these cashews with olive oil and herbs and sea salt. What? I'm not going to open it now. I'm full. I had the rose milk smoothie. Why you going to open it now, Papa? No, put it in the kitchen, Daddy. I roast some of those with herbs and oil and sea salt. They'd be delicious. We trying to get away from the meat, y'all. Don't get away from the meat. All right, Marriott. Yeah, that's it. Around the Way Girl, Taraji P. Henson. Excellent book. Pardon this avant-garde, eccentric video. All of them are, okay? You see my Melanite videos. If you are irritated by eclectic and eccentric, this is not the channel for you. Peace.